It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
From Windsor, Ontario, it's Remotely Zach. And now from Studio 17 in the automotive capital of the world, oh boy, Zachary Thomas.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. Welcome to Remotely Zach. I am your host, everybody's favorite, Zachary Thomas. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Thank you. We got a great show for you tonight. Yes, me and my power panel talk transit on Let's Talk. And my good friend Buñay is here to sing us a song as well. Sing us a song, Buñay. Sing us a song tonight. Thank you. Please, don't. But before we actually get there, make sure you subscribe to the Zachattackproductions YouTube channel. It's a free way to help support us, so please hit subscribe. And you can also catch us on Spotify. That's right, you can stream us every Saturday at 8 o'clock. So how are we enjoying the latest edition of The Fascist and the Furious, huh? Well, we've got some great news-ish. Donald Trump has agreed to delay the tariffs following a meeting with Justin Trudeau. Yep, he tricked me into doing it. I got lost in those beautiful eyes and that voice, big beautiful voice. Beautiful eyes, colorful, like water. Ocean water. Big, beautiful, big, beautiful. Now, in case you don't know, Trump originally presented tariffs along with China and Mexico. Yeah, he has since backed off, and that prompted our mayor, Drew Dumbfuck, to use his first ever veto to axe the tunnel bus. Man, you better lace up those skates because you're going to be skating all the way to your destination. By the way, do we have a picture of our worthless leader? And by the way, this has prompted me to harass my ward councillor, Mark McKenzie from Ward 4. Got a picture of Mark? Man, I should have just drew a penis like right on his forehead. Oh man. I'm going to hell. That's where I'm going. By the way, as soon as he found out about this veto, he probably shit himself. There's a veto now, Mark. What are you going to do about it in 15 days? Now, if you live in the city of Windsor, please, please, please phone your ward councillors. Their names and phone lines are on the screen right now. So please. But I mean, these tariffs are wrecking havoc on the economy. My God, it's bad. The American treasure known as Waffle House has announced that they will be increasing the prices of their eggs by 50 cents. Yeah, 50 cents. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't you fucking think about a Cracker Barrel. Don't. No. Oh man, what's next? The Motel 6 is going to charge an extra $1 for keeping the light on for you? Don't even think about it either. Don't. Need that light. Oh man, what else? Yes, it was Groundhog Day, the day a hairy beast gets dragged out of the hole, or as I like to call it, Friday. Only when the day goes well. First of all, a groundhog is not a reliable forecaster. My nipples are more reliable. Look at my titties. Look. Look. They're not hard because it's not cold. Hell, a cell phone is more reliable. You ever wonder why nobody says, look at my rodent? Well, speaking of furry things in holes, next week is Valentine's Day. And since, well, we'll be off for Valentine's Day, I thought I'd share some Valentine's Day poems. Would you like to hear some Valentine's Day poems? Okay, cue the music. Let's go. Roses are red. Violets are blue. No one has caused me more pain than you. You were my love. You were my life. It's a shame you had a wife. That's bad. That's bad. We were in love from that moment we met on the stump. It's really too bad you voted for Trump. Oh, no. People should have the right. When we kissed, you took my hand. And that's when I realized you were a man. We got a great show for you this evening. Coming up, my power panel discusses the latest headlines, and Buñay drops by for a special performance. We'll be right back. Those are bad. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. My name is Zach, and welcome to my channel, Zachattackproductions. So what is the Zachattackproductions you speak of? I'm glad you asked. Zachattackproductions is a YouTube channel where you can find a variety of different content, such as my late night talk show, Remotely Zach, strawberry banana cherry freeze, $9.99, lemonade, prime ice poo. Man, who doesn't want a nice ice poo on a hot summer day? Hey Jack, what's going on? No, I'm at the beach. Got you covered. That's what the infrastructure bill is for. No joke, not kidding around.
It was because of DEI. It was DEI.
My extensive Lego collection on Zach's Lego Show. Of course, as you can see, we've ended up here at the glass panel building, as well as I went for pop art design right here. I'll say it's the end of the era of brick bank in that corner. And you can find out some of the history behind some of your favorite landmarks. What was once a 50-lane bowling alley increased to 74, making it the largest bowling center in all of Canada. William Pope of Chattanooga, Tennessee, stated that he saw the vision of another prisoner hanged and the man's body buried under the window of his cell. The Mackinac Bridge is a 5-mile suspension bridge located right about here between the cities of St. Ignace and Mackinac City, Michigan. Wait, there's more. Me and my power panel have great conversations on Let's Talk.
But I also think certain people are too fast. Have you ever tried walking with Zach? He speed walks at a whole other level.
Am I being attacked on my own show
which
here?
Is hilarious.
So no matter what you're into, we have everything for everyone. So subscribe now because you're not getting that anywhere else. I'm Zachary Ballog and I approve this message because shouldn't we all have a little bit of variety in our YouTube channels? Welcome back, everyone. We still got a great show ahead of us. Stay tuned because I have a really good performance from my good friend, Paula Buñay. It's gonna be good. It'll be a good performance, yeah. Folks, the Transit Windsor Tunnel Bus was saved for now, and that was my topic when we joined my power panel for Let's Talk. Welcome to the chattiest show on television. My name is Zach, and I'm here with
Riley Shea.
Ksenia Semenova.
Rima Backstraw-Butts.
Lovely for all you to be with me this evening. Well, victory has prevailed. The big news this week is that the tunnel bus has been saved. After nearly a month of budget deliberations, City Council voted to keep the tunnel bus moving. However, there is a downside, and that is they decided to cut the secondary school extra buses. So what do we think about this?
Well, I think Ksenia has some thoughts, so I'm going to let her go first.
I have a lot of thoughts, you know. So the first thought is why high schoolers don't have yellow school buses. What is the problem and why? Because I was talking with Riley. One of the most important things is the girls' uniforms.
Yes.
How they are allowed to go in their Catholic school uniforms in the public transportation with this Sailor Moon short skirts that are can be called even belts, but not skirts. And it's disgusting. It's horrible. It's immoral. Is the third thing. The second one, how the school buses are formed, the system in the morning. My son's school bus in the morning pickups first. From the beginning, it gets late most of the times.
It's late every day.
Yes. In the morning, it goes to the Westgate School, the public school, and after this, it comes back in 20 minutes or sometimes in 30 minutes, so it's very, really late, and I don't receive any notification on my email. And then it goes to the Catholic board school. So why they're shorting the school buses, the people around, they're not notifying, and sometimes they're changing even the drivers. The drivers don't know us. They don't stop. They just go. They just go. And after this, I need to bring my son to the school.
Yourself, yes.
Yes, myself. So yeah, I have a lot of things to say.
Mm-hmm. I think, I don't know if every high school uses city buses. I know some don't have any bus system at all. Like one of my friends growing up, she had to take the city bus like on her own to go to school. And it was a little scary for her at first, but she got used to it. And then I know on my street, there's like an extra bus, a city bus that picks up high schoolers right at their door. So if they're getting rid of that, then that means they're going to have to either walk to the Dougal 6 or walk to the Transway 1A, which is at the mall, because that's kind of where my subdivision is. So that's like a 10, 15-minute walk in either direction. I don't know if some of the schools do have their own buses, like for high school or not. I'm not entirely sure. But I think it kind of, on one hand, it's great that the tunnel bus is back because that's a huge deal. And it's a big thing that a lot of people use, even people that have regular transportation like a vehicle. If they don't want to bring their car over for like a sports game or a concert, it's a great source of revenue. It's a great community thing to have. But I think it's a shame that you're also taking away these other things when I'm sure there are other things in the budget that we could be taking money from. Now, I'm not a city councilor, as Drew Dilkins likes to say. You know, if we were the people in the room, we would have a different opinion. But I think there's more that could be done.
I'm sorry. I would say that I think it's a huge win for the public that like
Yes.
little by little started having more things for the community. So I think that tunnel buses that are not canceled,
Yeah, that's a win.
it's a win. So little by little we'll get more. Yeah, Zach?
So I have a few things. I'm also glad that the tunnel bus has been saved because that is like Windsor's history right there. Like that's one of the ways we're connected to Detroit and here. So I'm glad it's been saved. I plan on utilizing it more. Probably not that much more because it's going to be now, $20 to ride each way.
Yeah.
Which is robbery. Let's be clear about what that is. But also the secondary school extra buses, that was something that was actually proposed in the last budget. And look, I'm going to be the unpopular one here. I'm actually for the fact that they cut those buses because there's only like 4 high schools here in Windsor that actually use them. And plus, now that they've gotten rid of that, it's going to be allocated to the existing routes. So like South Windsor 7, Dougal 6, Walkerville 8, which I'm a huge, frequent rider of, is going to be reduced times off peak because now it's like 40 minutes on peak or off peak and 30 minutes on. So if we can reduce the times for those buses and that's the way to do it, then so be it.
So more buses will be coming more often on the regular route.
Yeah,
Yes.
so maybe we need to have just the normal school buses for the high schools, not just the taken from the
That's
transit.
something I've been wondering, why do the school board not have?
Yeah, I don't know, because that's all through the school board, right? The city
So
wouldn't
that
have
could-
anything to do with whether or not there's school buses.
So that could be a thing that the school board can now look at is, adding school buses onto those routes.
I think the other thing is a lot of high schoolers can get themselves to school, right?
Rima,
Pretty
what
much,
do you
yeah.
think
Rima.
about
Yeah,
this?
what do you think?
Yes, chime in, please.
We're going to get to you eventually.
I have like 100 thoughts as you guys are
So, yeah,
talking.
share it,
But
share
I'm
it.
actually gonna go back to the tunnel bus thing. Why
Yes.
is it so like heartbreaking for I guess all of you guys that
Zach, put the brick down.
The breakdown, because the tunnel bus is like a part of Windsor history.
Okay.
Like that's always been a thing here.
Yeah.
Where you can easily get to Detroit and Windsor, and especially when there's like games at Little Caesars Arena, you could take the tunnel bus, get off at Woodward, and take the Q line, the tram in Detroit. So it's like an easily transferable thing. I know I had to. Tunnel bus was my and my sister's last resort when we had to see Taylor because we didn't get the special events bus. So
Yes.
According
Rima?
to
So then-
Riley,
Yeah.
as Riley said, that we're not in the room, so we don't know. But what if, really and truly, because I've worked with Transit Windsor before, like doing social media and stuff for them, and the tunnel bus is definitely, I would say, running the city at a deficit because I've seen multiple times throughout probably like an hour of being there that the bus comes and there's absolutely nobody going on the
nobody
bus.
there.
So technically they would have good reason to want to remove that in the first place, but I don't know why Windsorians.
So I'm going to say, yeah, if you just look at transit by itself. But all of these projects that are happening, we are tearing out. I was just talking about this with somebody else earlier today. We're tearing out a ton of green space beside the town hall, somewhere over there, or city hall, to build an ice rink because we need an ice rink apparently. Spending
A lot.
thousands
We
of
need it.
dollars on
We need
that. We need some sort of shelter to house this historic tram and put that at the riverfront.
We need it.
When we have hundreds of homeless people
Yeah.
in our downtown core, roads that are falling apart, and we're going to take the tunnel bus away, that sometimes maybe isn't being used, but when there's a game or when there's a concert, it's full. And I actually know people who went to school in the States living here and use the tunnel bus every day.
People go to work like this, so
And people work there. So, I understand if we exhausted all other options, but when we're building such frivolous, ridiculous things that nobody wants and putting millions of dollars into that,
Which is
but
why
then have to cut the tunnel bus, I think that's unacceptable.
And I'm sorry, like every year paying for these lights.
Yeah, bright lights.
Bright
Yeah.
lights, 500,000. Seriously, could buy new buses.
Blood money.
Yes,
Seriously.
we need so we can
Laundry.
run bright lights for free.
Yeah.
and that park, the Jackson Park, is still not open because they still have not finished taking down. So that park is out of use for like 6 months of the year, which is supposed to be a public space. So we can spend money on that, but we can't spend money on transit and the tunnel bus.
But we need an ice rink that will be
Apparently.
open probably just next year.
Forget my bus.
So that's where we're kind of coming from. If that
For-
But
makes sense.
maybe the ice rink might be generating more revenue than a tunnel bus.
It could, but what
We don't need it.
we have 4 other arenas.
We don't want it.
And Lansbury Park, they turn into an
Detroit
ice rink.
River can also freeze, I just
It doesn't freeze enough.
I zoomed for a little bit out, and I thought, why we don't have a boat? A boat cross,
A ferry.
a ferry, yes, that will cross to Detroit.
I don't know, because I think the bridge or the tunnel is faster. Because ferries take a
I don't know, it
long
would be
time.
I don't know. The
beautiful.
Ambassador Bridge. And plus, we have a new bridge opening up,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Walking bridge,
Yes.
right? And people can walk through it and go by a
Yes,
bicycle.
Gordie Howe, that you can walk across.
So what
nice.
about that as an initiative to replace the tunnel bus? A tunnel ferry type of something.
So we used to have ferries, but they built the Ambassador Bridge.
Wait a
and the
second, we
tunnel.
will have a Ferris wheel.
I think, I don't know, the time and the resources for a ferry is so much more than that bridge, right? You can drive, if there's not a lot of traffic, you can drive across that bridge, or the tunnel's faster because
Yeah.
there's less traffic. You can drive across that tunnel in like less than 10 minutes, right?
Guys, I have a
The
question.
ferry's going to take an hour
Yeah.
by the time it loads and goes
No,
across.
it doesn't take
and
hours.
unloads.
I lived in New York, and so we were going from Manhattan to Staten Island, and it took like 20 minutes, and it's a
Okay.
huge ferry. And
Yeah.
here, and it was like really, it was impressive. It's great, like a free destination for people and for tourists.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't take so long time. But I have a question: Does Uber go
Across? Oh,
across?
I
I don't know.
Just about to bring up that
Yeah.
point. When I was trying to be the devil's advocate, I'm like, you can take Uber because my
Can
husband
you?
did it. Yeah, my
I
husband did
honestly
it.
have, I didn't know that you could take Uber,
Yeah.
but how expensive is it though? Is it
$150.
so more than the $40 like
Of course.
the
Going
round trip?
back
Of course,
to
yeah.
round trip.
Yeah, it's a wrong trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
$120
$20
like 140, 150 Canadian.
Right.
Yeah.
But the tunnel bus is only 40. And then you don't have to also
You have the luxury
But you
of
can
riding
have
in your
both.
own car.
But how many people you can put in Uber?
I think 3.
Like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Three, four,
Depends on the size.
They could put like 20 or 30 in a bus.
No, I mean like if it's one pays 40 and an Uber pays like 150. Okay, 150 if you divide on 4
By
people.
4 people.
Yeah, it will be cheaper.
Okay, but Uber is on demand. The bus is coming and going, and if nobody's there,
Right.
it's
It's
just
just
wasted
waiting.
resources. It's gas. It's
I can understand part
Yeah.
of that.
I hear you.
yeah.
I hear you, but I hear Zach also.
Yeah. I agree.
Also, think about the people who have significant others across the border.
And we need
That's true.
That's
Yes.
right. There's no love like tunnel love. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. That's this edition of Let's Talk. You can find these videos on the Zachattackproductions YouTube channel. Make sure you join us next time because remember, it's the chatter that matters.
It was easy.
My thanks to Xenia, Rama, and Riley. We'll be right back with more Remotely Zach right after this. Hey everybody, welcome back. We have a fabulous performance from a good friend of mine making her late night debut right here on Remotely Zach is Pauline Buñay singing an original song, Antes de ti mon la fête.
tanto error, me acostumbré al dolor. Antes de ti, yo no conocía el amor. Estaba sola y triste como esta canción. Transitaba al lado oscuro de la luna. Antes de ti, yo no conocía el amor. Por cada estrella, una decepción. No había nada. Antes de ti, mi amor. Me puedes ver con claridad, ahora soy transparente. Valió la pena en todo el conocerte. A olvidar, contigo lo aprendí. Y fui dejando atrás toda la tempestad. Antes de ti, yo no conocía el amor. Estaba sola y triste como esta canción. Transitaba al lado oscuro de la luna. Antes de ti, yo no conocía el amor. Por cada estrella, una decepción. No había nada. Antes de ti, mi amor.
Fabulous performance. Give it up one more time for Pauline Buñay. Thank you. Oh, really good. Really good. Really hits the soul. Well, that is the show this evening. If you've stayed up long enough, make sure to give us a like. Make sure to follow us on our social medias. Those links are always down in the description below. I want to say thank you to my guests, Riley Livingston, Xenia Semenova, Rema, and Pauline. I've been your host, Zach, and I'll see you again next time. Same place, same time. Good night.
That was easy.
Well, that's the show for tonight. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with all the latest Remotely Zach. You can also follow us on our social media. I'm Riley Livingston. Good night.